Denzil Williams, also known as Rere, of Beaton St. David, passed away on Sunday 30th January 2022 at the age of 52. He was the brother of Bernadette Williams and Eugene Williams in the USA, Jennifer Williams in St. Martin, Maria Jones in Canada, Andrea Williams and Augustus Williams in Grenada, nephew of Catherine Tivot, Denise Dominic, Jacinta Frank, Jeffrey Dominic and Martin Joseph, uncle of many, brother-in-law of Paul Jones. Many other relatives and friends including Charmaine Blackett, Priska Gabriel, the Samuel family of Beaton, the Dominic family of Pedmotar, Tempe and Lauraland, the Williams family of Birchgrove, the Aubrey family of Westerhall, Barbara Henry of Corinth, and friends and neighbours of Beaton and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Denzil Williams, also known as Rere, of Beaton St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Martin Roland Williams, also known as Darkers and Scientist, of Tivoli St. Andrew, who resided at Independence Avenue, St. George and in the USA, passed away on Saturday 15th January 2022 at the age of 56. He was the husband of Laura Williams, father of Onan Roland Williams, Daniela Esther Williams, and Daniela Abigail Williams in the USA, son of Teresa Williams Paisidy, also known as Verna, stepson of Godwin Vivian Paisidy, brother of many including Franklin Redhead, nephew of many including Clarice Gooding, Lenneth Williams, and Telma Williams. Many cousins, other relatives and friends including Lurlin Stafford, Sheila Joseph, Charmaine Israel, Nicholas Gooding, Betty Stafford, Derek Gooding, Joseph and Rennick Gooding, Suzanne Stafford, Nicole Gooding, members of the 12 tribes of Israel, and friends and neighbors of Tivoli and Independence Avenue and in the USA. The funeral service for the late Martin Roland Williams, also known as Darkers and Scientist, of Tivoli St. Andrew, who resided at Independence Avenue, St. George, and in the USA, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Joan E. Vento, also known as Auntie Joan or Joan B., of Birchgrove St. Andrew, proprietor of the St. Andrew's Pharmacy and Justice of the Peace, passed away on Sunday 9th January 2022 at the age of 77. She is survived by her husband, children, grandchildren, sister, nieces and nephews, aunts, cousins, godchildren, and many friends and relatives. The funeral of the late Joan E. Vento, also known as Auntie Joan or Joan B. of Birchgrove St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Janice Teresa Antwine, also known as J., of Mount Granby St. John, passed away on Wednesday 19th January 2022 at the age of 46. She was the mother of Alicia, Janelle, Javel, Tanika, and Tamika Antwine, grandmother of Kai James, sister of Irma, Anne, Clifton, John, and Conrad, aunt of many including Adonna, Rondell, Nesta, Arnold, Alina, and Kelly, niece of many including Mina Lawrence in Trinidad, Carlson Lee, Ingrid Ramsey in Canada, and Cecil Lawrence. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends including the Ned and Reuben families of Pearls, the Charles family of Grandroy, the Lee family of Douglaston, the McVean and Jones families of Central, Nikisha Stanislaus, Janice Williams, brother, Tom, Anne-Marie Stewart and family, the Glean family, past colleagues and friends of Spice Island Inn, and friends and family of Mount Granby and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Janice Teresa Antwine, also known as J. of Mount Granby St. John, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Tevin Shea Amede, also known as Tata, of New Hampshire St. George, died on Monday 24th January 2022 at the age of 28. Left to mourn are his mother Sharon Amede, father Elvis Mudu, grandmother Mavis Amede, grand-aunt Tiny Samuel, brothers and sisters Lenny, Kenson, Rendell, Sharkel, Katisha, Siobhan, Shania, and Asher. Many aunts and uncles including Patsy, Diane, Gemma, and Vonnie. Many nieces and nephews including Javonte, Shondell, Kemaya, and Chloe. Many cousins including Katisha and Damon. Other relatives and friends including the Amede family of New Hampshire, Monktonassus, Happy Hill, and Beausejour, the Mudu family of Mirabeau and Bylands, Glenda and Eric and family, Fireman, Country, the Big Yard family, the Superville and Telesford families, all of New Hampshire, Teresa and the Bridgman family, Lion and Pilot of New Hampshire, and friends and neighbors of New Hampshire and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Tevin Shea Amede, also known as Tata, of New Hampshire St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Christine George née Williams, also known as Maureen, of Seamoon St. Andrew, who resided at Grand Isle St. George and in Brooklyn, New York, USA, passed away on Tuesday, 25th January 2022, at the age of 72. She was the mother of Michelle Diane Charles and Devon Charles, mother-in-law of Ryan Charles and Cassandra Tapia George, grandmother of Dylan and Caden Tapia George, brothers and sisters Peter, Eric and Daniel Williams in Trinidad, Kenneth in the USA, Lena, Mavis, Faithlyn, Hillary, and Lindana. Nieces and nephews including Andy in the USA, Jillian in Trinidad, Kendra Charles, Kaysen Williams, and Rena James. Close friend of Andrew John. Other relatives and friends including Charmaine, Ruby Ann, Gwendolyn in New York, Linda in Tortola, Denart, Helen, Claudia, Lazarine in the USA, Delisa, Kingston Davis, Bobby and the Charles family of Gulf Course, and family and friends in Brooklyn, New York, Seamoon St. Andrew, and Grand Isle St. George. The funeral service and interment of the late Christine George née Williams, also known as Maureen, of Seamoon St. Andrew, who resided at Grand Isle St. George and in Brooklyn, New York, USA, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Edwin Moore, also known as Horseface, of Caliste St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 26th January 2022, at the age of 70. He was the brother of Agnes John, Paula Cummings, Ann Moore, Gloria Moore, Gemma Phillip, Shireen Francis, Edgar, Bernard, and Michael Moore. Uncle of many, including Kieran, Andre, Adrian, Kendall, Lincoln, Kareem, Joycelyn, Nikki and Tamara Moore, Saraya and Siren Francis, Rita Jeremiah, Jamie Phillip, Tamika and Amika Hall, Tricia and Ariel Thomas, and Miguel Joseph. Brother-in-law of Gentle John, nephew of Cecilia Durant, Clovis and Bernard Dubiset, and Cynthia Thompson. Many other relatives and close friends including Clyde Roberts, Ignatius Lumsden, Patsy Andrews, Pearl Joseph, Louise Hood, Eric Scotton, Joseph Ferrigno, the Moore, Francis, and Snag families, and friends and neighbors of Caliste and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Edwin Moore, also known as Horseface, of Caliste St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Jessica Rena Simpson of Brothers St. John passed away on Wednesday, 26th January 2022, at the age of 23. She was the daughter of Hazel Simpson and Denton Gill, granddaughter of Yvonne Simpson, Ezra Beggs, and Gladys Gill, great-granddaughter of Uncle Williams, sister of Malcolm, Junior, Sampson, and Aaliyah Simpson, niece of Desmond, Dexter and Roger Gill, Maurice and Lester Simpson, Dennis, David and Shirley in Canada, Karen and Beverly Gill, Kirby, Alicia, Sophia, Tasha, Ronisha, Seela, and Maureen in Trinidad. Many cousins, other relatives and friends including David, Daniel, Aaliyah, Clifton, Rachel and Viviana, Teresa Batiste and family, Pastor Robert Mathena and members of the Faith Independence Baptist Church, Brother Joe, Elizabeth Phillips, Kevin, the Philip, Barry, Simpson and Gill families, the 2016 graduating class of St. Rose Modern Secondary School, and friends and neighbors of brothers and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Jessica Rena Simpson of Brother St. John will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Julian Claudius Bagwan, also known as Miracles, of Corinth St. David, passed away on Sunday 23rd January 2022 at the age of 76. He was the brother of Ruth, Marina, Noreen, Rona, Richard, Dennis and John, nephew of Veronica David, uncle of Celia MacDonald, Mandela, Valen, Alan, Yuel, Louisin, Devi, Canessa, Karina, Sarah, Hannah and Elizabeth, grand uncle of Kenny, Jenny, John, Darren, Devin, Brittany, Brianna and Kurt MacDonald, brother-in-law of Michael Bowen. Many relatives and close friends including Kenneth Lett, also known as Gavaska, George Mitchell, James and John, Reginald Lord, Albert Alexander, Peter Mahone, Paula Mahone, Annie Mahone, Father Edward Mark, Selby Henry, the Bagwan, Mahone, Lett and Bethel families, and friends and neighbors of Corinth and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Julian Claudius Bagwan, also known as Miracles, of Corinth St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anne Charles, also known as Olga and Tonti, of Mount Craven St. Patrick and Brooklyn, New York, USA, passed away on Sunday 12th April 2020 in Brooklyn, New York, at the age of 66. She was the mother of Sharon, Andy, Shirley and Alejandro, Dwight and Shireen, sister of Irma George, Teresa, Vernon, Anastasia, Vincent, Anthony and Lawrence, adopted sister of Anne-Marie, grandmother of Chanel, Ronelle, Romika, Charisse, Jeffrey, Jade, Kai, Kira, Amisa, Samaya, Kaylee and Kamar, aunt of many including Helen, Kevin, Laddie, Nigel, Lisa and Lazarine. Other relatives and close friends including Val Gilbert, Telma, Desmond and Anthony Bartholomew, Joy Mitchell, Linda and Lisa Toussaint, Sandra, the boys by the shop in Fond, and friends and neighbors of Mount Craven and surrounding areas. A memorial service for the late Anne Charles of Mount Craven St. Patrick and Brooklyn, New York, USA, will be held privately. Arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Angela Rose Julian of Lothers Lane, St. George, died on Monday 24th January 2022 at the age of 63. Left to cherish her memory are her brothers Winston Tanton Julian in Grenada, Michael in Canada, Denhart and Carlisle in the USA, sisters Barbara in the USA and Sandra in Canada, adopted daughter Christelle Charles, sisters-in-law Bernadette and Joycelyn in the USA, many other relatives and friends including Shirlene Herbert, Vilma Dabrio, Catherine Daniel, Paulette Caliste, Loris Pascal, Bernadette Bartholomew, Sandra Ferguson, Dale Wayward, Mrs. Ansel Evans of Cafe Springs, the Julian family of River Road and Springs, the Benjamin family of River Road and Tempe, the staff at the Grenada National Organization of Women, Hilary Gabriel and the GNCD, William Braffett, and the choir and members of the St. George's Methodist Church. The funeral service and interment of the late Angela Rose Julian of Lothers Lane, St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Beaulieu, St. George, passed away on Friday 28th January 2022 at the age of 93. He was the father of Patsy Crawford, Peter, Reverend Philip Chase, Cephas, Richard, Errol, Veronica and Johnson, both residing in Canada, David and Rebecca Chase John, both residing in the USA, brother of Albertha Charles and Michael Chase, both residing in Trinidad, grandfather of 23, great-grandfather of 20, great-great-grandfather of 4, brother-in-law of Mary Williams and Phyllis Chase, father-in-law of Earl Crawford, Cecilia, Sandra, Sally Ann, and Melissa, many nieces and nephews. Other relatives and friends including Rosalind and Jennifer Williams, Joanna Chase, the Simpson, Worrell, and Chase families residing in Trinidad, the Daniel family of Windham, the LeBarry family of Beaulieu, the Chase family of Grandance, Victoria, Bylands, and in Carriacou, the John and Frederick families of Bellevue and Montrose, the Johnson family of Willis, the Patrick family of Grandmore, Reverend and Sister Aline, members of the Latter Rain Revival Pentecostal Church of Tempe, including Brother and Sister Murray, members of the Grenada Seamen and Waterfront Workers Union, members of the Grenada Ports Authority, Superintendent of Police Esau Pear of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Sergeant Anthony Pear of the Grenada Coast Guard, Dr. Roxanne Ned and family, the doctors and nurses of the Snug Corner Medical Station and the General Hospital, including Dr. Charles, Dr. Migwen, and Dr. Noel, and friends and neighbors of Beaulieu, Willis, and New Hampshire, including the Telesford, Murrell, and Phillip families. The funeral service and interment of the late Alban Chase, also known as Daddy Banu and Grandpa, of Beaulieu St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Rupert Anthony Stafford passed away on Saturday 22nd January 2022 in New York at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Rupert Anthony Stafford will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Jervis Stedman Julian, also known as Papa Yo, of Woodford St. John, passed away on Tuesday 1st February 2022 at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Jervis Stedman Julian, also known as Papa Yo of Woodford St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, passed away on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, passed away on Thursday, 27th January 2022, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Curlin Bishop, also known as Bish, of the Bocas St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Leontine Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, passed away on Saturday, 29th January in Canada at the age of 92. The funeral of the late Leontine Aberdeen of Moya St. Andrew, who resided in Canada, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, passed away on Saturday, 29th January at the age of 72. The funeral of the late Maclena Veronica George Nee Richards of Guelph St. John, who resided at Bonnet St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Raleigh Williams, also known as Papa Ochin of Woodland St. George, died on Friday, 28th January at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements of the late Raleigh Williams, also known as Papa Ochin of Woodland St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George passed away on Wednesday, 26th January 2022, at the age of 98. The funeral arrangements for the late Rita Patricia Maxime of Springs St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, passed away on Saturday, January 8th, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements of the late Adolphus Sylvester, also known as Beck, of Laborie, who resided in Tortola, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River Grove St. John, passed away on Thursday, January 20th, 2022, at the age of 55. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyndon Decoto, also known as Trouble, Carwo and Compare, of Middle River Grove St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, an employee of George F. Huggins, died on Monday, 17th January 2022, at the age of 61. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Laguerre, also known as Tony and Laguerre, of H.A. Blaise Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Anthony Felix, also known as Tony, past principal of the Tivoli Roman Catholic School of Harford Village, St. Andrew, died on Thursday the 13th of January at the age of 71. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Anthony Felix of Harford Village, St. Andrew, in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, December 30th, 2021 in the USA, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. In loving memory of Anastasia Aurelia Bailey George, who passed away on February 7th, 2016. A picture of you I carry in my heart. I close my eyes to see it. When the world gets dark, a memory of you I carry in my soul. I wrap it close around me when the nights get cold. If you ask how I am, I'd say just fine. But the truth is, if you could read my mind, not a day goes by that I don't think of you. From your children Marva, Eurona, and Walgenia, grandchildren, family, and friends. Gone, but will never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Arrangements were entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
The Bible, this book, familiar to every person on the face of the earth today, gives us directions for our life. When death comes, there is great sorrow to the family and friends and loved ones of the one that has passed on. But if we put our trust in the Lord Jesus Christ and we follow the instructions of this book, we know we will meet again. We don't take it lightly. We don't take it for granted. There must be a decision. Because without a decision, the decision is made to be separated from God. So put your trust in the Lord. Believe. The thief on the cross said, Lord, consider me. And Jesus said, today you would be with me, this very hour. And they died together. So put your trust in the Lord, and God bless you during your time of grief and bereavement. Put your trust in the Lord.